And welcome to the F1 2023 recap podcast with me and a special guest, Kailash. Hello, Kailash.
Hello, everybody. Hello.
So, Kailash, how did you like the F1 2023 season?
Well, I have to say this was a very record-breaking season and dominant season for Red Bull and Verstappen. Lots of records were broken,
Yeah,
and Red Bull achieved a dominance over the other teams. They won every single race except for one, which was Singapore. But yeah, we have to say Red Bull did a great job in doing that, and hopefully in 2024 we have an actual title fight, or at least more battles for positions. But we'll see.
yeah. I wanted to ask about what do you think about the rookies that came into the Formula One, such as Piastri and Sargent?
Piastri did a really good job achieving his first pole position, I think in Qatar, and getting points consistently, even podiums. And Lawson too, when in the short time that he was in AlphaTauri, he did
Yeah,
a really excellent job in driving that car. Um, you can see he's talented and maybe could have a seat for 2025. Who knows? Maybe 2024 if spots open up. Um, Meanwhile, Nyck de Vries, what do you think about him?
yeah. Well, I think they were kind of harsh on him because I think he deserved to be there a little bit longer. But that's Formula One. It's the way it is, and I wish him all the best in motorsport. I don't know if he's gonna be racing in Formula E or in some other series. I'm not sure if you know, but
Yeah, I think he's going back to Formula E.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I wish him all the best, and hopefully he performs well there. And
Yes.
Kalash, so I don't know if you remember, but we had a new record with the pit stop of the McLaren boys.
Yes, I
So, did
remember.
you expect it this year?
Didn't expect it at all, just because the tires are heavier than previous years, and well, the previous record was set in 2019, and since 2019, a lot of things have changed. Just tire weight, tire size, both have been increased. Wheel guns are manual, so to activate the green light, the
Yeah,
mechanics actually have to push a button on the wheel gun. Um, so yeah, I didn't expect it, but McLaren did it, 1.80 seconds.
yeah. And Kalash, what do you think of Fernando Alonso this year?
Alonso, the rookie. You mean Alonso the rookie? Alonso the rookie. Well, Alonso in the first half of the season, he was performing really well as Aston Martin had a really powerful and fast car.
Yeah,
Good in straight line, good in corners. It was competitive. But then after Canada, I believe, they brought some upgrades which turned to be downgrades. Uh, and then, Silverstone, uh, no more podiums for Alonso since then, except for one or two or something. I don't remember exactly, but I think Alonso has been doing his best, and Aston Martin's car, the car was like going slower and slower throughout the season. But if we compare Alonso to Stroll, I think Alonso still is outperforming Stroll by quite a bit, quite a margin.
yeah. I actually looked at the situation, and if Stroll would have got at least similar amount of points, or if he would have got at least
Yeah.
some amount, then they would have been second in the championship. So that is a
Yeah.
pity, but on the other hand, I obviously Stroll won't leave the team because of his dad. So
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
And Kailash, I know you're a Ferrari fan. So what did you think of the battle for second place, especially in that final race?
Battle for second place.
Yeah, in
Uh,
the constructors.
well, we saw in Las Vegas. Um, in Las Vegas, Leclerc and Verstappen had a good fight for the win. But in terms of constructors, I think Ferrari deserved it more than Mercedes. Uh, I mean, I sort of have a biased view on this just because I'm a Ferrari fan. I have to admit that. But Ferrari brought upgrades, the good upgrades, towards the end of the season, and actually fought their way up from having a tractor at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
But we'll see for next year how it turns out. If these upgrades near the end played out for them in terms of developing the 2024 car, and if they actually learn something, and if they have a competitive car in Bahrain in March.
Yeah. And Kailash, what did you think of the number 2 driver in Red Bull, Checo Perez? Do you think he still deserves a seat, or do you think someone else should take it?
Well, we see Red Bull giving him a second chance,
Yeah.
but it's fair to say that he's not been performing where he's expected to be performing. Red Bull standards are extremely high, and basically the team is built around Verstappen. But we saw also in previous years that teammates who don't perform like Verstappen or just don't perform very well in general at Red Bull get kicked out.
Yeah.
But Perez, yeah, at the beginning of the season he was strong, and he was actually winning races and fighting for podiums. But then he sort of fell off, probably got discouraged or something. Yeah, he's not been performing where he's expected to be.
Yeah. I
We'll
agree
see
with you.
if he gets a seat well, he's gonna get a seat in 2024, but if he doesn't perform in the first few races, then yeah, he's out, I believe.
Yeah, I agree with you. And last but not least, I would like to ask you, what are your predictions for the 2024 season? Do you have something interesting to say, or do you think Red Bull
Hard
is
to
going to be
say.
again dominant?
It's hard to say because many teams have caught Red Bull in terms of pace, especially in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Regulations are not changing, but yeah, I mean, many teams caught caught Red Bull in terms of pace. So we'll see in 2024 if they keep that pace or they're changing the car design, and we'll see how that plays out. But it's hard to say now. We'll have to see at the beginning of the season, like in testing, if other teams get a better design than Red Bull. But I believe Red Bull will still win the championship, but not as easily.
Oh, okay. And
What do you think?
well,
Prediction?
yeah, I agree with you. I think Red Bull is going to be in P1, that's for sure. And I mean, I hope Ferrari is going to be up there, but I think Mercedes won't perform that good. I think if McLaren have a good car, especially at the start of the race, I think they could be looking for P3. And in terms of the lower teams, I would. Phew, that's hard to say. I don't know, honestly. In terms of, but I mean, maybe Williams could surprise with Logan earning more points, and also Haas. Maybe I wish that they will have a better season than this year's. So yeah, that's from my perspective, if I have to be honest.
Fair enough. Yep.
So I guess that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Kailash, that you've joined the stream. And that's it. Thank you, everybody. Bye
bye. Bye bye.